Kyle did not call a good game.
No.
He did not call a good game. But after the game, he literally laid out his mistakes. He shouldn't have called that play. Shouldn't have done this. Here's why. And so I'm hoping through this whole salty Jimmy, Kyle, whatever, and I get it. It's going to be rough for a while. But if we can get Kyle Shanahan to step back his stubbornness a little bit and learn a little bit, and here we go, Wayne, because you were right. I was wrong here. We're sitting and we're watching the game. Holding call on 3rd and 7. Kyle Shanahan declines it, lets them kick a 55-yard field goal. Mm-hmm. And I was like, before the kick, I was like, 55-yard field goal. I'm cool with that. And the guy in front of us, you remember the Broncos fan, who was awesome dad, by the way. He was just such a cool dad.
You missed it when his son was dancing to DMX, bro.
Yeah, it was cool.
The bathroom. It was so cool.
Shout out to the Broncos fans. Actually, pretty cool fans.
They were really cool. A1.
But the dad turns around right before the kick. He goes, remember, it's mile high. And then the kicker made it by like 15 yards. Like it would have been good for 70. Then, and I was wrong. You were right. Kyle was wrong. Kyle changed his decision later that game. So I'm taking a huge positive. Kyle is learning, adapting, and admitting mistakes. We haven't really seen that.
I don't think he's adapting. I ain't giving him that yet.
But he didn't take the penalty in the second half. That was almost the exact same situation. He took the penalty the second time.
You're right. But I just don't think he's still adapted yet. On certain situations, I think he still struggles with adaptation because of his stubbornness or his narcissism or whatever it is you want to call it. I think that's I'm not saying he didn't change on that one particular situation, but I just like the fact that Kyle was accountable and he held himself accountable. And for everybody out there, if you don't like this coach, then something's wrong with you. Do we get upset and angry with him? Yes. Do we agree with all his play calls? Yes. I mean, no. But this is what I mean. Kyle sat there and held himself accountable and took the blame for his coaches, for his players, and didn't throw anyone under the bus. Now, coaches aren't necessarily going to throw you under the bus, and this is why you don't hear him talking trash about like Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I'm confused because I felt like someone made an inference to where Kyle kind of threw Trey under the bus. Did you ever hear that? Because I don't remember that.
There were a couple that were kind of like, okay, that's weird. Okay. But
that's what I thought.
Play that's interesting to me, and I don't have this clip. Sorry, with all the travel, I didn't get to do the clips. So I apologize about that. And Juan's traveling right now still. He had family in Colorado, so he was spending time there. So sorry about that. But for the safety play, Kyle said that was my fault. I shouldn't have called that play because there was an unblocked defender. I went back and watched the play. Guess what? There was not an unblocked defender.
No, he took that because he didn't want Jimmy to be thrown under the bus. I'm telling you.
That's different.
This is why it wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, John. That play in the end zone, he was under center and he play action. It was a play action pass. Who does play action pass in the end zone?
Yeah, it was a 7-step drop. And Kyle criticized himself for that. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like that play call at all. And again, I went back counting and I just kept a score sheet here. And so, okay, was it Kyle's fault? Was it Jimmy's fault? I got 11 negatives on Jimmy. I got 3 on Kyle play calls. There were 3 plays that I were just like that bad play call. 2 of those were around Jalen Moore, and one of them was on the safety. So, I can't
even fault him for the Jalen Moore bad play calls, bro, because Jalen Moore.
That was
not ready.
It was some of the worst. He only played 7 plays, got Jimmy hit twice, and
Colton McKivitz came in right away.
Colton McKivitz looked good. Okay, so let's transition.
Yeah.
Let's transition. Yeah. Let's talk about the positives. Okay, we're balancing. This show's about balance, right? Thanos, perfectly balanced as everything should be. Which we watched for a little bit this week.
Oh my gosh, we did. I fell asleep. But I woke up during the snap. Tell him like it is, John.
Yeah, we were like going through shows on Friday. After we both got to Denver. And so we just put it on whatever Endgame was on TV. And Wade falls asleep, which is crazy to me. And then he's like, dude, I got to watch the snap. Yo,
it's like my clock woke up right before the snap. I was like, this is the only part I wanted to see.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.